We interrupt your programming right now for some breaking news. Arizona Prison Director Charles Ryan announcing his retirement amid pressure to step down. His retirement comes after a series of ABC 15 investigations exposing significant safety and security risks, cell doors that wouldn't lock inside Buckeyes Lewis Prison. Also, inmates setting countless fires with officers unable to stop them. ABC 15 has confirmed the embattled director has notified the governor's office and his staff on his decision to retire. Investigator Melissa Blasey is here to shed more light on how we got to this point. Melissa?
And Faye, we do have the letter right now from Charles Ryan, the director of the Arizona Department of Corrections, to the governor that was sent in today. In it, he says that the time has come for him to take his leave. He also talks about the correctional officers and employees that work under him, saying they, as I, are committed to their public service and safety responsibilities. Charles Ryan has worked 4 decades in corrections in Arizona, the last 10 as director of the Department of Corrections. He has faced numerous scandals even before this incident with the cell doors that didn't lock that ABC 15 exposed back in April. You're seeing some video of this, that people were able to let themselves out of their own cells and then go and attack both correctional officers, seriously injuring some of them, as well as other inmates within Lewis Prison in Buckeye. Again, Charles Ryan, after 10 years as the head of the Arizona Department of Corrections, has stepped down after calls over several months for him to do so. He's formally retiring effective September 13th. Faye?
Melissa, any word on who may take over as the next prison director?
At this point, we don't know. All of this is very new. Of course, in a few weeks after this scandal broke, after ABC 15 started airing these reports, 2 of his top deputies stepped down, so it's unclear who's next in line, perhaps even to run this agency on an interim basis.
Yeah, and what's the status of the investigation right now?
Sure. Well, after this report came out, the governor did ask 2 former state Supreme Court justices to look into the issue with the broken cell door locks. Of course, we have not heard if that investigation is complete or what the status of it is at this point, just that Director Ryan has decided to step down to retire.
And have those cell doors been repaired at this point?
Well, there was a temporary fix that we did also tell you about on ABC 15, where they had first put pins into the doors, locking pins, and then later they tried padlocks. Of course, that presented a whole new series of issues, because if you padlock the cell doors instead of having an electronic lock, if there's such thing as a fire inside the prison, then how does your inmates get out safely in a fire or other emergency system? So again, that was an issue that we brought up, that we talked to people about, and they were looking for a more permanent solution. They've dedicated some money to that, but we don't know how far along they are in actually making those fixes at this point. Faye?
All right, Melissa, I know you and the rest of the ABC 15 investigators are all over this. We're going to return you to your regularly scheduled programming now. We're going to have much more on this story coming up on ABC 15 News at 4.